Okay guys, I don't usually make a video like this one, but here we are. I am going to make this video because I am pissed. I'm just pissed. I was cussing earlier, but I'm not gonna cuss in this video because a lot of you are children, and also because within the first 30 minutes, YouTube does not like cussing, so it will get demonetized. So I'm not going to cuss, but I am mad. I am livid. I am very, very livid. Actually, I'm beyond livid. Nutmeg has crossed the line after this. She has crossed the freaking line. I cannot explain this enough, but while watching the episode, I literally felt like my heart was going to explode, and I wanted to cry. I genuinely wanted to cry. Like, my lips were pursing, and I was just so angry. Like, first it was the sadness, and then it was the anger. So, I am going to explain what has happened, and this is going to be a call-out video. But please do not go and attack her. I don't want you guys to go and attack her, but I do want to shed some light about what has happened. And I just want you to know that for anyone who does art, if you are in her Discord server, please, you have to leave. Or if you are sharing your art with her, and just don't make any Tordakians. Just don't. Don't make any OCs in her timeline or in... Just don't make any Tordakians at all. Don't make her species. Because you're just going to end up with what has happened to me, and I'm going to explain it. Basically, I don't want this video to be very long, so I'm not going to go whole into depth. But basically, I made Violet years ago. And that's also the thing I'm going to say is Violet and Kiryu are my OCs. Mine. If you have watched any of Frozen Nutmeg's videos, you will know that Violet and Kiryu have been used a lot throughout her series, especially season 2. And in this past video, she did something that really crossed the line. She killed Violet. Now, for some context, I didn't want Violet in her series anymore because I have some friends and they got me to realize, well, I had already known, I just hadn't done anything about it, but they had me realize that Nutmeg was basically, well, she was using my characters practically without my permission. I kind of just let it slide because I'm nice and I don't like conflict. But there have been a few times where I told her, don't kill my characters off, or don't do this with my characters, and she didn't listen. She hasn't listened. And for those of you who are confused, Violet and Kiryu are in the story The Dark Prophecy. If you have seen that one episode that I still have posted, you will know that they are from that series. I'm going to reboot it. Maybe. We'll see. But anyways, in this episode that she just posted, my characters were not credited. In fact, my characters have never been credited in her series at all. But in this past episode, she did not say anything about me wanting her to redesign those OCs. And so basically, I didn't want them in the series anymore because they're a completely different species now. And they're a completely different storyline. Well, a completely different universe. Sorry, I'm stuttering my words because I'm really mad. And I wanted her to change their designs. I will show the designs to you so you can know how much of a botched up job she did. They don't even look like different characters. They just look like she redesigned the same characters. I wanted her to make them look completely different and make them be her own, because she didn't want to take them out of the series. She has constantly ignored me She has constantly not listened to me. They are my characters by right. I created them. Even though they were originally created as her species, they are my characters. I don't care. Unless it's a closed species, which her species was not. Unless it's a closed species, you have the rights. In fact, you could give that character to them and then you can take it back, in my opinion. But me and Dragon Flames and Hazel Knight have all had problems with her. Especially me and Hazel Knight. And I wasn't going to make a video, but after this past episode, I will link it in the description. I am mad. She killed Violet. She did not credit my OCs whatsoever. They don't even look like different characters. They still look like my OCs with a slightly different pattern and color. They don't even look like different characters. And they're supposed to be gods. In my story, her six-headed Hydra thing, he would be a bug. Literally, a stompable bug to my two characters. My two god characters are pretty OP, and Violet is even more powerful than Kiryu. So the fact that Kiryu was left alive, but Violet is dead? No. That does not fly. I don't care if I told you to take my characters out of the story and you redid them. No. That does not make any sense whatsoever. It's her story. She can do whatever she wants with her story. I'm not going to talk about her story because I don't want you guys to think I'm attacking her. It could be better. That's all I'm going to say. But, she crossed the line. She crossed the line big time when she did that. I am mad. And I just want to shed some light. If you are close to Nutmeg at all, please just go. Just go. And if you don't want to go, be firm and do not let her take advantage of you, because she will. She has taken advantage of me and Hazel Knight and Dragon Flames, and she has ignored us, not listened to us, flat out just ignored us. She has done so many things that I can't even say. I don't remember literally everything, but I know she has taken advantage of all three of us. And she has used my characters in a way that I never intended. They were never intended to even meet Leo. Or his full name is Lemonstrom. I will show a picture of him on the screen for you. And they were never supposed to be in the same timeline as those characters. And they are gods. Violet and Kiryu are gods. They're ice gods. Well, okay. Kiryu is a god of ice storms. In my story, his storms are so powerful that he can take out a whole city. And that's just barely the amount of his power. He can do so much more. And his powers, like that big ice storm, is almost never shown. And then Violet, her god name is Juna, but she is the goddess of children, reincarnation, and she's mostly a protector. Because she became a god, and became a god of that because of what she did in her life. Before she became a goddess. And she has her regular form, she has her god form, and then she has her dragon form. And in her dragon form, if she's ever in that form, she is livid. And I mean livid. And she also has really strong ice abilities. But she also has crystal abilities. And her ice power is black ice. And when she is in her goddess dragon form, if she is in that form, she's mad. And when she's in that form, no one can be around her. Because when she's in that form, she's in a state of anger and revenge. Well, maybe not necessarily revenge, but she's in a state of anger. And only Kiryu can calm her down when she's in that state. And even then, it's very hard for him to calm her down. And in my story, Kiryu is very powerful, yes, but Violet is even more powerful than he is. She is a more powerful goddess. And both of them combined could probably destroy a planet if they were to put their powers together. Even just a slight amount of their powers together would destroy a whole planet. That is how powerful they are supposed to be. So, if you watch this video, I want you to know this is how powerful they are supposed to be, and they were never intended to be as weak as you're making them out to be. I'm not trying to be mean here, but I am very, very mad. Your episode, it was good. The animation was good, and the other person who animated it, it was phenomenal. But the storyline needs work. Your characters need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, in depth. You need to build your characters more. In my opinion, you need to restart your whole series because it has a lot of weak points, especially Leo. Even his backstory is very weak. And Violet and Kiryu were never intended to meet Leo. And in fact, if they were to meet Leo, he would be like a bug to them. They could kill him in an instant. So if you're watching this video, you need to know this. If you even got this far. I said I didn't want it to be that long, but I'm rambling, sorry. But seriously, do not use my characters in such a way. I don't care that they're not in that story anymore. You need to completely redesign them, redo their personalities, redo everything. Because basically all they are is still in love, like my characters are. Their designs are slightly different. So please, I'm hoping this video will get you to wake up.